Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me on this bestest of all days, because today we are going to be finishing the build of our perfect grade RX-78-2 Gundam. And here we are, back behind the bench after a few-day holiday away from things. We are ready to get started again. So today we are going to build the body, the waist, the core fighter, and the core block, and that'll get us through our assembly. So I think what I'm going to do is work my way through this whole section right here. It's pretty straightforward from here on out. I think we're through most of the hard stuff here, so I think we're going to be okay. I will stop and point out if we run into anything that's goofy, but I'm not anticipating any trouble. Right on. Well, we're into the shoulder armor. I just kind of pop the head on and pop the arms on just temporarily. These pieces here that go in on the waist, let's go back a page. These pieces right here that you can see, they click onto the side, and then I'd already kind of gone ahead and pushed these on because this was drying where I was painting them. And now that I've got it on, I don't really see that they, other than aesthetics, if you had the armor off, that they serve any, hard point function or fastening function. So I'm just going to leave them off for now until we get into painting the armor, and then we can put them back on once we're disassembled again. But so far, hey, awesome. So cool. Nice size too. This is like girthy. But we got our articulated vents in here and got a little sliding door for the cockpit and stuff. So moving right along into the shoulder armor and then into the waist. All right, I went back a bit and I put the shoe armor together so that his slippers, so that we can get him standing up. And yeah, it's a really cool design. You can see how we've got the articulated toe in the foot. So, and it gives you a really good, lots of foot area. So you should have good balance. But yeah, it's great. We've got the two thrusters here in the foot here. And then this, you can see we've got the piston allowing for the toe to articulate up and down. And really neat. So once we get it all together now, we'll be able to see where we can see through, like what metallizing we can see and what we can't. So we also did a little work to our Amaru. We just did a little red and blue on them and put a bit of pin wash on them because, that's all he needs. But you kind of see him in there. And yeah, we basically got the simple construction for the core block, which basically sets him up in the cockpit inside. And we have this piece that goes on the bottom, like so, I do believe. All right, pushes in like such. Once you get it lined up there we go. There we go. So bottom lined in. Is it in? No, hold on. What's this doing here? Get in there. No, it's the right way. Yeah. That's funny. You turn on the... There we go. There we go. A little bit of a squeeze. There we go. There we go. There. Now we've got it in. So there's our core block. And this part goes on the top. Right here. Like such. Right. And then that will insert right into our body, which is here. It should. Does it? Somehow. Oops. Oh, something's come unhooked. Oh, from me jamming it onto the bottom. So we are going to take it apart and get this sorted because I have this piece here needs to get into that pin, I do believe. Huh. Oh, Joel. Oh, Joel. Oh, I don't think that's going to be good. Okay, well, yeah. All right, so I was able to repair it, no big deal. But I did, while I was trying to put this other polyfit little compression fitting in here that holds the doodad in place. I don't know where it went. Low orbit. It shot off of my tweezers, and I don't know where it went. I can't find it. So I think 3 will have to do anyways. But we did get that sorted. What I had done is I'd gotten dyslexia. I had this one on this side and that one on that side. And that's exactly what happened. And it was causing an issue in here, an issue, as you may say. But now this one wants to stick up a little bit, so I think I'm gonna get a little contact cement on there. It'll kind of stay, but it wants to pop out easy. But now that we've got it sorted, the core block actually does fit right in, so we're good now. It'll actually get right in there to the degree where it's supposed to, I do believe. Kind of sits in, yep. And then this will fit into our waist midriff. So there we go. Haha. That was kind of crazy. So we've got that roughed together. Now I can put these panels. These go back on. Well, that's cool. I like how they see, dyslexia. Look at me go. So we can kind of pick out now where our frame really shows through. Like if we do want to show it, where we can see it and where it doesn't really show. So we'll get the last little bits of the armor put on. But I think what we'll do is we'll start working on the metallics, and we'll start working on bringing all that detail to the frame now that we've got it in. We've started here. Let me bring the legs over. So we've started with a bit of weathering. And I think that's what we're really going to concentrate on next week, or next episode, is going to be finishing off the metallics and picking out all of the detail that we want to do, like we did here with the arm and the other leg. And I think work on the decals and then the weathering, because I really like how this is starting to come up. We're starting to get a nice, really nice look here. Starting to build. It's layers. And I think I'll work through this process and kind of show how we can work right with the factory finish to get a nice weather right on top of the plastic, and then matte coat when we're done. But I think working along that way is going to really pay off in the long run, because we'll be able to see what goes, what you can, what details we really could see and what we can't, and where we want to put our weathering. But I think we better get the markings on it first. But boy, am I ever glad we got that sorted before things got out of control. So we have our other foot. We might as well put that on. So we've started with the, kind of picking out what we want to, how far. I mean, I'm not going to destroy it, but I figure at the bottom where the thing is walking and stomping around, seeing as it is like, I don't know, 60, 50 something meters, 60 meters tall. Let's get this foot on. I figure at the bottom, it's going to get pretty beat up and pretty dirty. So I thought from the bottom up, it's going to be cleaner at the top than it is at the bottom. So we can work that way. And then now that we've got this part here, we should have enough to get us clipped in, I think. So let's see if I can get those pushed into those little tabs. It's a bit of a trick, actually, where they line those up, but they are there. They will go in there. There we go. Get that front one lined in. Can we get you in there? It seems like lining up that front one always gives me the most trouble. Maybe I should start at the front? No. I don't want the core fighter to come out. Get in there, you. Well, maybe he'll always sit up a little high on his waist. I'm sure we'll get him to fit eventually. I guess that's the thing. You got to wiggle around with it a bit, especially at this scale, because, and it could be me too. It could be builder error. This is only my second perfect grade. And, I'm not a pro. Oh, there we go. We're starting to get something. Yeah, we'll get her to fit in there. No probs. All right. But now we have a full standing figure. And he has his backpack, which is ready to get detailed detailed. I guess, whatever we want to do. But, we're got the assembly part pretty well licked, I'd say. We have the weapons and the shield. And the little bits of armor that go on. But overall, I feel pretty good about the build. Yeah, it's been so much fun. What a great build for the summer, too. The kind of thing that you can kind of set aside for, a few days. I went away there for a bit, and I was gone for several days. And then you come back and you can just sort of pick it up where you left off and carry on. And yeah, have a great time. We got bits popping off, though. I notice the more I fiddle around, the more I'm starting to pop off bits. We'll get this back panel put back on here. That's where that goes. So we'll get that sorted. But yeah, I think we're set right up. I didn't finish. Yeah, I'm not finished, but I'm Scottish, so I'm okay with that. So I think next time we will concentrate on, how we best want to metal up the frame and start to carry on with the weathering and the decals and markings and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. If you enjoy this kind of thing, join me. If not, maybe join me next time. Anyways, I'm the model student. Live, love, laugh. Plan something for the future, because that's when I'll see you. And yeah, cheers.